This was the scene at Dartmouth Quebec Coast this morning as a fiery protest erupted over the manslaughter charge instituted against policeman Shawn Peters. Scores of upset residents blocked the main access bridge and burned tires and other debris as they continued to cry out for justice and for the DPP to update the charge to murder. Orrin Boston Sr. expressed his disappointment at the most recent development and vowed to continue the struggle until the rightful charge is instituted against the constable who is a SWAT team member.
But if they don't change the manslaughter charge to murder, I will keep doing the protest until that decision has been turned up.
He said what is most painful is that his son was shot in his bed. He added that his son had no criminal record.
No confrontation. There was no confrontation with my son and the police. Right? My son was in his bed sleeping. He was in his bed sleeping at the moment of time when the police shot him. So there was no confrontation.
Why do you think the police chose your son's home to enter?
I can't say that. Why they choose that home, because he wasn't wanted by the police. He's not a murderer, right? He's not a criminal. He don't have a criminal charge, right? He don't have a criminal charge, and I don't feel that that was right where they do that, enter into my son's home to shot him and kill him.
Constable Peters was granted $1 million bail when he made his first court appearance last Friday. As the residents continued their demands, the police stood ready to ensure that law and order was maintained. The protest was still in progress when this newscast left the area late this afternoon. Regional Commander Dennis Griffith met with Boston's relatives and explained the DPP's decision to charge Peters with manslaughter.
What I'm saying, at the end of the trial, because in this matter here we do in the magistrate court was a preliminary inquiry, where the court evidence is taken. For instance, everybody would have witnessed, you, me, whoever would have to give evidence, right? Just what you would have said, we would have to give it in evidence. And at the end of the day, the magistrate, the presiding magistrate, would rule. Or if they're doing paper committal, if the lawyer has nothing to do with paper committal, and the matter goes to the High Court. Instead of going through the PI, so they could go through the PI, they could do a paper committal. And I'm saying to you, even though he's charged for manslaughter, if he's found guilty at the High Court, he could still be sentenced. And this I need you to understand. So it's not that he's charged for manslaughter and that is the end of it.
The September 15 shooting, which Orrin Boston's wife witnessed, has left her emotionally drained. Like her father-in-law and residents, she wants justice. Fiona Boston said every day invokes fresh memories of the painful death of her husband. She is now left to single-handedly raise 2 children. She said she finds it difficult at times when the children ask for their daddy. Fiona said her 7-year-old daughter came face to face with the policeman who entered the home and took her outside.
They come in, they reach up in my daughter first. How could you come in and reach a man? Like children, you reach up to this little girl at this door first, and plus telling she that she must come out of the house. Oh, you could tell a child come out. She own father place, and telling she, oh, you go in and look for your father. If me child get mad or something and run away or something, what I would do or what them would do about it? This really hurt me. Next thing you know, I say, man, I leave them inside the house after everything happened. And I say, wonder where me children them there. So I just run out. When I run out of the house, I go and up my mother. And there is my 2 children in the veranda. And they start hollering, bring back daddy, bring back daddy. How could you stand this? So these people are really cruel, man.
Like her father-in-law, she feels that the manslaughter charge was too lenient.
They shoot him in his bed. He was sleeping, and they shoot him. I don't agree with the manslaughter because I know he's in the bed. They come in and kill him, so I am not pleased.
She said her husband was everything to her and her children, and his untimely death has left a void in the family.
These children just asked for their father. This children's father was like everything to them, everything. They would call daddy anyway and say, daddy, bring this for me. Daddy would always be there. No matter what, daddy is always there for them. See, because these children make their father never go back into the bush and work as well. This thing really hurting me. to see my 2 kids growing up without a father. What am I gonna do now to look after these kids when he walk in the road happy?
She witnessed the brutal murder of her husband and is now struggling to come to terms.